Today we are talking about Riding Shotgun, the new standard event that's been added with Wastelanders. In this video I will provide some tips for completing the event, showcase unique rewards you can earn, and just fan out a little about why I love this event in particular. To start off though, let's focus on how the event actually starts. Unlike most in-game events, this one will not start on its own. Instead you need to head over to Big Ben Tunnel East, located here on the map, and start the event yourself by talking to Vinny Costa. Selecting the option, Start Event, I'm here to help guard the caravan, will start the event, but only if there's already a named guard and merchant waiting there. Otherwise you'll simply be told to come back later. This can make it somewhat frustrating, as you can often go out of your way to head to Big Ben Tunnel just to find you can't participate in the event. I've not been able to find out how long the timer lasts between one event ending and the next being ready to start, but it's certainly long enough to make it not worth hanging around with nothing to do. Your best bet on getting the event to spawn would really come from server hopping, and trying your luck on each new server you enter. If you do manage to start the event though, then you're in for a good one. Head into the tunnel, listen to the NPCs give your instructions, and then defend the caravan at all costs. This really is key. The number one goal of the event is to keep the 2-pack Brahmin alive. Failing your task and you will fail the event. Fortunately, things aren't too tough, so high level players should be able to breeze through things, and even lower level players can help out. As well as keeping the Brahmin alive, you will receive the optional objective of finding 4 lost supply crates, each located next to a dead blue caravan guard. These are all tucked away off to the side, normally just a short way down the broken tunnels that lie perpendicular to the main path you're walking. Gather up these crates and you will get a small bonus to your rewards at the end of the event. And when I say it's a small bonus, I really mean it. From what I can tell, it's about 20 extra caps and a few hundred more XP at best. Still worth grabbing the crates if you can, but it certainly doesn't guarantee you'll get something good for doing so. The first time I got all 4 crates, my main reward was the recipe for Scorched Beast's mixed meat stew, which is far from a rare item. If you do aim to get all of the crates though, there are a few times during the event which are best to do so. First is straight away. As soon as you enter the tunnel, you can run ahead and try and locate the first crate. Next would be after killing the captain, something we'll get back to later, and just before you unlock the cargo door. As this stage of the quest is dependent on the player pressing a button to progress, you can use this safe break to locate as many of the remaining crates as you want. The final free chance you'll have to search for any crates left behind will be after the final Blood Eagle attack. The quest objective will change to follow the caravan to the exit. At this point the caravan will rush forward and the event will end once they reach the end of the tunnel, meaning you will only have a minute at most to search for any crates you may have missed, so it's best not to rely on this part. Instead, the midpoint of the event, where the game has to wait on you, is by far the best time to search for crates. This is an event which should only take you about 10 minutes to complete, but the timer lasts for 25 minutes, giving you plenty of added time to search the tunnel for bonus supplies. As for defending the Brahmin, the main objective of the event, this was actually easier than I first expected. These pack beasts are tougher than they look, and can take a few shots without worry. You still don't want them to let them get overwhelmed though, so your focus should always be on taking out the closest enemies as they approach, trying to take down the attackers as rapidly as possible, lest they overwhelm you. The 2 named NPCs will help in the defense of the caravan, but they can't be relied upon to take down the Blood Eagles. Instead, I find they're little more than speed bumps for the enemy. Immortal speed bumps though, so no need to worry about their well-being. In total, you will have to deal with 4 dedicated attacks from the Blood Eagles. The first attack will have a half dozen or so enemies attack from the front, and introduce you to the concept of flanking, as a few sneaky enemies attack the caravan from behind. These flank attacks are what you need to pay the most attention to through this event. In an ideal world, you'll want your best damage dealer on point, leading the caravan, and another player sticking at the rear, defending the caravan from a handful of enemies who attack from behind. If playing solo, the best thing to do is simply take down the front enemies as quick as you can, and then turn around when the guard announces that you're getting flanked, in order to wipe out the closer enemies. After this first assault, there will be another one while a barrier is detonated, this time the difference being that the main force comes from the rear, so make sure you're at the back of the caravan. I'd recommend focusing on the mongrels that attack first, as they can get mixed up on the caravan quickly if you're not careful, and deal some serious damage to the Brahmin. Once the barrier is destroyed, the next challenge you'll have is to kill the Blood Eagle captain. They're always a legendary enemy with some serious firepower, so don't underestimate them. I'd recommend focusing your fire primarily on them and then mopping up the leftover eagles. If there's other players helping out, do try and keep to legendary etiquette and make sure everyone gets a shot in so that everyone gets a legendary. The Blood Eagles have the slightly better cover here, but you don't have to worry about a back attack, making things pretty straightforward. Once the enemies are dealt with, head up to the walkway the captain was standing on and press the button to open the cargo doors. Keep in mind that this, before pressing the button, is the point to search for crates if you really want to. There's only one fight left, so you're over the worst of it now. As long as your Brahmin are above half health, you shouldn't have anything to worry about. Fight off one final assault from the Blood Eagles, this time attacking from both sides simultaneously, and once they're all dead, it's just a short run to the exit. If playing solo, the final fight will likely be where your Brahmin sustain most of their damage. Fortunately, the caravan will start departing before the final eagle is dead, so just stay alive, don't let the caravan get swamped, and things should be fine. The event completes itself as soon as the caravan reaches the door, and you'll then get to see what rewards you've obtained. In my case, I've yet to get anything noteworthy in any of my times running this event, which is about 7 times I think now, so significant enough of a number that I would have liked some good stuff. Fortunately, I was able to reach out on the Discord server and get help from Courier6 and Clandox, who showcase the unique rewards from the event. In these shots you will see the Blue Ridge Caravan Co flag mounted on a wall. Next to it is Courier in the Blue Ridge outfit, gas mask, and backpack. As far as I know, these are the only unique rewards from this event. If you've got anything unique from here though, please do let us all know by leaving a comment below the video with what you found. Although these are all just cosmetic rewards, I have found the event and the tunnel in general to be a good place to find legendary enemies. The captain will always be a legendary, and the tunnel now is populated with mongrels and mole miners, multiple of whom I've encountered have been 3-star legendaries. I'd honestly rate this as one of the better legendary farming points, as there's lots of relatively easy to kill yet high level enemies, making it a good place to try and get that one legendary you've been hoping to drop. Overall, I feel this is a really solid event. It keeps you busy and provides a reasonable challenge without being unapproachable to casual players. On top of the gameplay though, what I love most of all is just how thematic it is to guard a caravan in a Fallout game. Trade caravans travelling to settlements to deliver supplies has been something that's popped up in almost every Fallout game, and is a realistic thing that would need to happen in the post-apocalypse. What 76 does that the other games don't have a true opportunity to do is let us guard the caravan on a regular basis. Sure, in the single player Fallout games they could throw in a quest to guard a caravan from one place to the next, but repeatable activities don't work so well in the solo RPG experience. In 76 though, playing an event 20 times is easily within the realm of possibility for most players. In this case as well, it makes sense that it's a repeatable activity. The caravans need to keep moving, and supplies can't stop. Something I know quite well in real life now, as I'm writing this script after 6 weeks of rationing. Fun, fun, fun. On top of the act itself being very Fallout, the set decoration and logic that went into the locations are great too. Big Ben Tunnel is the perfect location for a caravan. It's the fastest way to get from east to west or west to east. I've been using it as a shortcut since the first month the game was out. Both ends have been heavily fortified, giving the caravan safe spaces to rest at after the troublesome tunnel or harsh trek across the open wastes. On top of the defences, they're clearly lived-in locations, put together by the Blue Ridge Caravan Co to keep their employees hard at work, but not so displeased as to leave. For me, the best representation of this comes from a chessboard at the west end. Different caliber bullets have been placed as replacements for checkers, and it's a beautiful image to show how the finale of the Great War has reshaped the world. Small touches like this do so much to make the world feel alive, and I think it's the best change that Wastelanders has done for the game. And at this point I'm supposed to go into the outro, but one other thing I didn't put in the script which I really want to mention is some of the characters that are really cool. Ares. Talk to Ares every chance you get. He is badass and super dramatic and I love him. He's great. Ares is great. But yes, that's enough of me gushing over chessboards and Google NPCs. I'm sure you all just want to jump back in game, so we'll wrap things up here. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have clicked the notification bell in order to actually see the videos I put out, leave a like on this video if you found it helpful, and feel free to join the Discord server or follow me on any of my socials, links in the description. As always, Thanks for watching. Sarge out.